Theo McLaughlin, Charles Escoffrey, Melford Davis, John Levy. What do these men have in common? This place, Teen Challenge. The Gleaner presents Reform School, a brief look into one program which is changing the direction of the lives of Jamaican men. Teen Challenge, a name founded in 1958 when Reverend David Wilkinson traveled to New York to visit teenage gang members in good faith. Teen Challenge is a one-year residential faith-based rehabilitation program. In Jamaica, it operates out of Ocho Rios, looking to reform those who suffer from substance abuse and send them back into the world with new skills and faith. 4 men currently residing at Teen Challenge who are willing to share their stories and perspective with the Gleaner.
Life for me started out on the streets of downtown Kingston at the age of 3 days old. I was found in a carton box. After that, I was brought to the Macpherson family children's home where I got adopted the same day I went in. At the age of 14, I found out that I was adopted during the divorce, the custody battle, and it devastated my life. I started experimenting with cigarettes, BD, and I then turned to marijuana, and I became a gangster, started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I became a criminal. About 3 months I had not smoked any marijuana and think it was all good until one day I found myself back in the same position smoking marijuana. I eventually started selling crack cocaine, and that's when I realized that there is no life, no better life for me wherever I go. Police arrest me because of assaulting someone, and they lock me up, say they're not gonna let me out. They're gonna send me to juvenile home, and eventually I went to juvenile home, and I did about 3 months there, and my mom came and bailed me out, and she told me about this place called Teen Challenge, and I came here. I got the bail because of Teen Challenge. I came here, I found out that Teen Challenge was a rehab, and me being a teenager, I don't want to miss out none of my teenage life. So I left Teen Challenge, and within a week I find myself back because there was a lot of crime going on in Waterford, and I just make up my mind, say I'm going to go stick out the program.
I was an alcoholic for 35 years. My spiral started at an early age of being curious about what alcohol was. So I got myself involved going to parties as a social drinker. Alcohol being legally accepted and sold everywhere. I got more deeply involved with it, and it gave me a feeling of being accepted among my peers. I was unable to secure jobs after a period of time. I lost relationships with close family members, loved ones, and I found myself at one stage living on the streets, basically shacking up with friends from one place to the other. At one stage I even lived in a cemetery for a week. I asked God at night to help me because I needed this strength, because living on the streets at night is very, very dangerous, right? Anything can happen to you. People will pass and abuse you. People will pass and do you all sorts of things. So it was at that stage I cried out to God and I asked Him to help me to get out of this mire, this hardship I was in. I saw a friend, and it was from there that I went to detox in University Hospital. I spent 3 weeks at detox, And then after that period, they recommended that there was a residential rehab, which was Teen Challenge Jamaica. So without hesitation, I immediately said that I wanted to come to rehab because I realized that my life needed something more than just the 3 weeks being at detox.
I was on the street in Kingston at Crossroads, smoking crack cocaine, washing cars, stealing. And in 2005, in 2000, I wanted some help. So somebody told me about Teen Challenge, and I went to Teen Challenge in Kingston. But after being to Teen Challenge in Kingston, I still did not surrender myself toward stop smoking crack cocaine, because when I've been to Teen Challenge in Kingston, I was still focusing on what I can get out on the street, and I started seeing things at Teen Challenge where I could thief or take away and go and sell for crack cocaine. And there was a crack place nearby where the Teen Challenge was. So I did one night take away a piece of amplifier from there and went and sell it and start smoking. So it bothered me for about another 2 years. I've been out there now suffering and wanted to come back to Teen Challenge, but I was so scared because I said, these people are going to lock me up in jail. When I was at Crossroads smoking crack cocaine, I decided one of the time that I couldn't get a job for washing cars because I was so stink, and none of the man them wouldn't want me to come around the cars or to touch the cars or to even enter the car to clean it out. So I found a new trade out. A lady came there once with a car and it was punctured, and when she asked me to change the tire, I changed the tire and she gave me $400. And I get that trick from there, say, okay, I can start punching some cars to make some money. So I start to plague the ladies now. So every time I see a lady, I sit down at the pharmacy or the supermarket and see a lady drive up, I'll go by the car and let the hair out. One Sunday evening now, I just finished smoking and came around the corner, wanted to get another smoke, and just seen a brand new Honda car parking across the road. Run over, not looking up nor around or nothing, just run over and just let the hair out of that one. I went to sit down at my bucket now, waiting for the person to come. Then there came a big fat brown man came over. And he said, yes man, come over man, come and fix this man. So when I bent down and started to take off the lug, the up cap and thing, he took the lug tool from the trunk and knocked me in the head. And I started to spin and flutter like a fowl and drop and couldn't get up, couldn't keep up. He got scared and thought I was going to dead now. Jump in the car with the flat wheel and chase. After I recovered from that, I was there and I said, God, I have to get some help. I can't live like this. It's 2005 now, Christmas Eve night, and I said, well, 2006 can't catch me like this. I can't live like this. So I decided to say I have to reach the Teen Challenge.
After leaving high school, I journeyed from Mandeville to Kingston, you know, and I wanted more of the high life, you know, the fast lane, you know, is a church principle life that I had earlier. And so I got involved with the Rasta movement, became a Rastafarian. We were on a meeting in Negril, you know, after touring the 14 parishes of Jamaica with 12 tribes, as far back as 76. And I stayed back there, and you know, being a Rastafarian, you got to involve with other Rastafarians there. So, you know, went into the ganja cultivation and, you know, into smuggling and all of that. Escalated from ganja smoking to sniffing of cocaine. Then I started to smoke it, crack. And I smoked for basically 20 odd years. My brother was having problems with his house and things were being missing, and because of my situation of crack smoking, I was quickly labeled, of which I was innocent. So I thought I needed to, you know, pack it up. And so I know of Teen Challenge, and I just decided to come in on the program.